But I will give you, some good sound advice. I mean, I don't want to take advantage of it, right? But if you really want to, let's do it.
He does say, I'm never gonna stop you from putting money in my pocket.
Right?
That's a good. But I mean, right now, so now I'm gonna. The next question, I really like this question. Like, what real estate scam are coming right now?
Yeah, well, we talked a little bit about that vacant property, cash sales, quick cash sales. That's like a big red flag. The scams that we're seeing, pretty much, I mean, on our end, and I get this call from realtors. They'll have, usually it's going to be high end property. It's going to be like $1 million listing, and they'll have somebody from out of state want to put an offer in, and they're going to send a $10,000 or a $50,000 deposit, and they're like, we're ready to roll on this. Now, you never want to give up $1 million listing. Like, what if this is not a scam? You kind of want to see this out. So what I always tell those agents to do, I say, look, the true way to find out if it's going to be a scam or not is if that money hits the bank account, and I have an escrow account. All right. So what we want to do in that instance, you're going to give a $10,000 or a $50,000 deposit. Let me send that money to me. Like, so in other words, I'll tell the agent, hey, this sounds great. Sign this contract and send that deposit over to our preferred title company. Now I'm waiting for that check to come in, and I know what's going to happen. That check's going to come in, and sure enough, it's going to look like a cashier's check. Yeah. And I'm going to deposit that into my account. Now, the scam is, hey, we're going to cancel the contract. Please return the deposit, or wire the money to this account. What they're hoping is I'm going to cut that check before those funds clear our account, right? And I know this game. So sure enough, 3 to 5 days, business days later, my bank calls me and says, hey, that check is no good. And then from that point on, the scammer, either they ghost us or they're like, well, hold on, no. That's an error. We're going to send you another check. And at that point, I just say, hey, look, no check, send me a wire. Because if that money hits my account, I've got that money. All right. And now that means they've got skin in the game. Okay. They're not going to send. Although I will say, one time I felt so bad for this client because I still work with him. He's a commercial guy. It was in Abbeville, Louisiana. It was in Vermilion Parish. It was an $800,000 sale of a gas station, and there were no realtors involved. And both the buyer and the seller were out of state people. Okay. And I was so skeptical of this file. I don't want to say that I mistreated the buyer, but I will say I didn't roll the red carpet out for him because I was certain that this was a scam.
This ain't going through.
But he sent $100,000 that actually cleared our account, and I was like, you know what? This is actually a legitimate transaction. We need to not apologize and actually work on this file.
And that's legit.
And I did. I called her. I was like, hey, look, I just wanted you to know. I totally thought this was a scam, but we're gonna take care of you, But you get 10 bad ones and or 15, and then there's that one.
That recently happened with Jordan and I on a deal that we had at your office, and the guy was like, Jordan, when you started pulling the stuff on the guy, it's just like, dude, I don't think this guy is legit. And he keeps calling us and he's on different time zones, and then he tells us he starts sending us random pictures of where he's at on his vacation. We're like, what does that have to do with you buying this house though? Yeah. Right. And sure enough, it wasn't until his deposit cleared. We're like, oh my God,
it's legit.
It's a big deal.
I don't know if we were the nicest people.
I'm saying that's why he was sending all this picture. I'm him. He's trying to tell you, hey man, I got it like that. You're trying to avoid the man like that.
Look, they all send pictures, all right? They send in pictures. They send in IDs.
Only picture I want is a picture of the cashier's check. Yeah. Thank you.
I want to see a picture of that money in our escrow account that actually cleared. And then I'm like, all right.
Speaking of money and the deposit, the weirdest, I don't know, has this ever happened to you? I asked somebody for a deposit, or no, I needed proof of funds. Why they sent me a picture of their safe with all their cash in it?
Oh, it might be a fake one.
Might be.
No, I don't think it was. It wasn't a fake one. But I was like, that's so weird.
But some
That's
people like so
interesting.
you know some people like
And he was a pastor.
ooh
And they had like guns and stuff. In
they got money like that though.
I'm like, what
right.
else
I mean,
are
pa-
you
yeah,
doing?
There was
Deacon Vadim, what
yeah,
else you doing over
they
there?
had a pastor. They found like you know cash when they was working. Some guys come and work in his bathroom, and then when they hit the wall, and then the cash was falling out the wall.
Wait, are you just making stuff
No,
up
that's
over there?
that's the true story. That's straight
Where,
up.
Tiffany, where you got that from?
I mean, Google it if you want to. I'm just telling you straight up.
Yeah, I think
They
that's
got
like an
money.
old story.
They got money like that.
Well, look, cash technically is certified funds, which we're looking for certified funds, which is going to be either a wire or cashier's check. You could do money orders. Okay, we could do that too.
So you would or would not accept the picture of the safe? Or what you saying, Peter?
Well, fortunately, I don't have to. I'm never in that position. I mean, if I'm looking at a picture of a safe, what I want to see is a picture, like I said, of that money in our escrow account cleared, and then I'm going to feel comfortable. But this is a big misconception when you've got, I guess, pastors around town that have all this cash. They want to bring it to the table. And I'm not going to accept it unless it's less than $2,500. And there's a few reasons why, but the most practical reason is, could you imagine somebody walking in with $100,000 cash, the security risk?
Or better yet, now you have to go take it to
Okay.
your bank.
So and here's a rule of thumb. If you walk in with $100,000, right? What that means is I have to count that in front of you, because the second I leave the room and that comes up short, guess what is assumed? I took that money, okay? And so I have to count it in front of you. I'm looking over my shoulder, waiting for, people to rob us, okay?
Yeah.
Because people get robbed for much
Yeah,
less than
but then,
$100,000. Right?